everybody, this is Valencia or V, and welcome back to What's Really Going On V. So, I am here with the update. I'm still on my journey, y'all. It ain't the easiest journey, but I am hella dedicated. So, I am down a total of 14 pounds. Yeah, 14 whole pounds. So what's happening right now is that I've been able to manage my intake of food. So right now I do liquids all day. So I do water, of course. Um, if I need something with flavor, I do coffee. I love coffee. I talked about that in the previous video. I love coffee. However, I don't take my coffee with sugar. I never really did that anyway, so it's no biggie. So I do coffee, 1 cup though. And then if I need a little bit more substance, I'll make a smoothie or drink a broth. And I do that throughout the day. And honestly, it's been great. And I'll eat 1 meal a day, and my meal usually does not contain any carbs or sugars. Now, I decided I was going to cheat this weekend. So yesterday I had a small cheat day. So I fast all day still. I still did a full day of fasting. Literally took no food in until it was time for dinner. Okay? And I ate shrimp pasta. It was amazing. But honestly, like, I thought that I was like going to go in and eat as much as I possibly can. I barely got through 1 plate. Womp, womp, womp. That sucks, right? But I think that's some good progress. And I just could not get through the entire plate of pasta. I made entirely too much of it. Me and my roommate both were like, we're going to eat this pasta. We're going to do the thing. And we got our plates and barely could finish them. And you know what? We didn't force it. We didn't force it at all. And also to celebrate that good cheat meal, we went walking around one of my favorite neighborhoods here in Miami Shores. We did our walk, and then we went to meditate by the bay. And, just to get our bodies back to, our grind. And today we are doing a full day of fasting, right? I will not eat today. I know people may be like, that's crazy. I've seen some people literally comment under some of my videos and was like, I don't know how you're doing it. And honestly, about 3-4 weeks ago, I don't know how I would have did it either. But honestly, it's self-determination, and it's also me focusing on the thing that I want. Honestly, I like to eat, y'all. I think food is amazing. I know how to cook. I actually do my dollar in the kitchen, y'all. You can ask anybody. You can ask my girlfriend. You can ask my best friend. You can ask my roommate. Anybody, right? I can do my thing in the kitchen. But I really had to revisit my relationship with food. I was eating entirely too much food, y'all. Entirely too much food. Like, breakfast, this big, huge breakfast. I mean, with all the fixings. And then I'm like, I'll eat lunch. And my light lunch will be a sandwich and a salad and a thing, right? And then a snack in between that. And then I'll have a whole dinner. And sometimes I will be eating 2 servings of dinner. And literally, I was just taking in entirely too much food. It was just entirely too much food, y'all. I do think it's important to eat. That's why I don't not eat at all. But then I also know that, like, I can get really full by eating the right things. And also, I don't need to have as much food going into my body. And honestly, y'all, like, the fact that I only eat 1 time a day, and in that meal that I take in meat, usually it's a seafood or a chicken. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm no vegan, no vegetarian, none of that. So I like cheese and I like all the things, right? So I still indulge in those things, but I try to minimize it to 1 time a day or once every other day, right? So for example, if I do a meal with like cheese in it, right? So what does the meal look like with cheese in it if you're doing no carbs and no sugars? So it could be Alfredo over spaghetti squash, or I like asparagus with mozzarella on top of it. Good gracious, it's good. I can do a stuffed salmon or something like that. I had that last week. It was so, so good. I may start posting some of my meals to help folks out, but these are like no carbs, heavy fat. And the reason why I do heavy fat, because I'm trying to do a keto diet. And it's been working out, and then I can eat a lot of food that I like without the healthy things. And I always make sure I have a green mixed into that. So if I do a smoothie, I make sure it's spinach or kale. And if I do dinner at night, whenever I do dinner, I make sure I do a salad or a green vegetable to the side of it. And honestly, my body just is completely different, y'all. Like, I was just talking to my good friend the other day, because we went to a walk on the beach. Walking on the sand, let's pause there. Walking on the sand is a whole fucking thing. I don't want nobody to get it twisted, but it was such a good exercise. We went walking on the beach, and I was just like letting her know like how much more energy I've been having. Like, I can't sleep in the mornings anymore. I'm like up, can move around. My body is more flexible and everything. And I really believe cutting out such heavy foods is the reason why that's happening. I'm putting in the things that can energize my body and give my body the nutrients that I need to be okay. And it's been benefiting me, y'all. And for those who may not know this about me, since I was 14, my lymph nodes swell. The ones under my arms, sometimes under my breast, in certain parts of my body. And when that happens, it hurts like hell. And I hate it, right? And I've been going back and forth to the doctor for years trying to figure out things. And the doctor keeps saying, it's your diet. It's your diet. It's your diet. So with me cutting back on dairy, cutting way back on meat, eating way more green vegetables, and not putting the sugars in my body, honestly, I have not had no issues, y'all. None whatsoever. At all. At all. And I'm so, so excited about it. I like feeling like this, y'all. I like feeling like I have control over my body. I have a mental control over my eating. That's a huge thing. I was addicted to food. I was addicted to food, y'all. Some people may think that's not a thing, but that is a whole thing. That is a whole thing. I was addicted to eating food, and I had to revisit my relationship with it. It's no way I could continue to walk around this earth and one, being unhealthy, but also like having an addiction to a thing that's supposed to help you live, but I'm using it in a way that's actually killing me, if that makes sense. So I've been trying to do better with that, and it's been feeling really, really good. I know this week has been tough. My mental wellness has been up and down, up and down. I hope y'all don't mind. I'm gonna drink a little bit more of my coffee, y'all, because I'm fasting, and I'm trying to make sure I don't get hungry, so I continue to drink liquids throughout the day. My mental health this week has been tough. Although I've been feeling good physically, and I've been working out, and I've been doing a thing, and I've been challenging myself to work on my mental wellness. It's been tough because this is the world. The world. The world. As a Black woman, I am exhausted. Like, just seeing how we're treated in the conversations the world is having about Black women in this time is hurtful, y'all. It's hurtful. I want to just name first that I'm hella blessed that I'm a part of a fucking family that actually cares about me, right? I'm a part of a village that loves on me, that supports me, and reminds me that they love me. And I'm also in a partnership with an amazing person who constantly loves and supports me as a Black woman. And I'm very appreciative of that, right? However, when the larger world, outside of my little bubble of my space, I know that I am not protected, right? And we have to change that, y'all. That's not okay. The news of Breonna Taylor's murderers not being held accountable was a slap in the face. It was a slap in the face. Black women do entirely too much for America for these type of things to be happening. She was sleeping in her house. She was sleeping inside of her own house. She hadn't stolen anything. She hadn't harmed anybody. She hadn't even agitated anybody. She was sleeping and she was murdered. She was murdered, and now we are dealing with a situation. We're dealing with a situation where we are starting to see that racism and oppression is winning over humanity, and that's not okay. That is not okay. And what hurt the most is that it was a black man, AG, who allowed this to happen. Who allowed this to happen? It is not okay. It's not okay. And people, you know, try to come like people need to watch how they protest and watch how they do this. Don't tell people how to mourn and how to move in their grief and how to respond to oppression, especially non-black people. You do not have the space when you don't have to walk this earth with melanated skin and have to deal with the struggles and the harm that black people have to deal with all the time. For real, for real. I just had to take a break and talk about that because it bothers me so much. And although, like, I knew the verdict was going to be the verdict, right? Every time, like, when Trayvon Martin happened and Mike Brown happened and all these people, I'm like, I know this verdict is going to be the same thing. They're not going to hold the person accountable, right? Another slap in the face to the black diaspora. But then I still sit back and I still have this hope. And you know why I have this hope? Some people like, oh, you shouldn't have hope in this system. You shouldn't have hope in this system. Yes, I'm a black person. I am of African descent, and I'm hella proud of that. I am black first. But on top of all of that shit, bitch, I'm American. I'm American, and I deserve to live on this land safe and free from fucking harm. I deserve that. Black people deserve that. Black women deserve that. Black men deserve that. Black children deserve that. Our elders deserve that. Okay? We deserve that. That's why we resist. That's why we fight back. And that's why we stand up. And it's tiring as fuck. And white supremacy is so fucking nasty that they would allow this whole fucking place to burn. And millions of black people to die before they relinquish power. And that bothered my spirit so much, y'all. In my advocacy work, in my activism work, outside of me doing these videos, y'all know that's what I actually do for a living. It's hard sometimes sitting in these spaces because we fight it every day. We go up against the grain every day. We have to stand up against white supremacy every day. And I don't mind doing it because I have a love for the people in the capacity that I want to get up and do it. But damn, white supremacy, y'all ain't tired yet? And it fucks with me mentally. It bothers me mentally. All the time. Like, I had to go stand in the mirror and just be like, yo, V, you're worth it. You deserve to be here. You're beautiful. You're amazing. Having to remind myself and having these talks to myself. And I wonder, do other black people have to do that? Sometimes just take a second and readjust yourself because you know the world is against you existing. That don't feel good, y'all. It don't feel good. And then this internal debate we have inside a community, we need to do some healing in that space, y'all, because I don't want to be walking around here not feeling safe in my community and not feeling safe outside of my community, y'all. I deserve a safe and healthy place to live. And so do you. You really deserve that. So with my mental wellness this week, that really, really, really grind my gears to the point that I even had to like stop for a second and just like get off social media and not watch TV. I was so bothered that I couldn't even listen to music, and I love music. And I just had to sit with myself and my thoughts. I am learning to just sit into a feeling for a little bit so I can process it and understand why I'm feeling the way that I feel before I react or before I respond. Um, so other pieces of my mental health wellness, I was challenged this week to put on some damn shorts. Y'all, I do not wear shorts. I do not wear short skirts. I usually wear skirts to the floor, dresses that go to mid shin or to my ankles, and I always wear pants, right? I mean, y'all could go search through my social. I probably have like only a few pictures where my legs are showing. And it's not because I'm conservative or nothing like that, because I love to see a sister, especially a plus size sister, rock her little shorts and rock her little short skirts, because they be looking fly as fuck. Okay, I want to name that. But I just don't have the confidence to do that all the time. So I was challenged this week to try it. Wear a piece of clothing that you normally wouldn't wear. And at first I was thinking a crop top, y'all, because I really don't like my midsection. That's why I be working so much on my eating. I could get rid of the stomach. However, I was like, let me not start drastically with a crop top. Let's try some shorts. So I had cut up a piece of tights. I found I have many pair of leggings. So I cut a pair and I put the shorts on, and I actually liked how I looked in it. So I am going to share a picture at the end of this video of me and my shorts. I felt good, and then I challenged myself to go out the house in these shorts. So when I went walking on the beach, I had my shorts on, and honestly, I felt really good in them. I don't know why I don't wear shorts, y'all. It's just a thing. I just don't like doing it. I think I have nice legs. I mean, that's my own personal opinion. Other people may feel differently about that. But I feel as if I have nice legs, but I never show them, ever. So that was my try. And you're going to see me in these shorts at the end of this video. And I also have taken the time to, one, get back into reading. I knew my depression was getting really bad when I stopped reading. So I am a huge reader. I toggle books. Usually, like, I have an audio book going, and then like when I'm not doing the audio book, I have a paper book. And if you see me looking at my phone for long periods of time, I'm usually reading a book on my phone. And this year, I actually paused on reading, which is really strange, because that's something I like to do a whole lot. Last year, I read 36 books. This year, I'm only on book 8. And I, one, wanted to know what was blocking me from doing the things that I love. And I knew it was my mental wellness, right? I wasn't enjoying it anymore. I wasn't indulging in it. And then I started to feel like that about music too, which is really strange. Like, I usually cut on music, drink my teas, and I read books. That's usually my thing that I do. I usually very rarely watch television. However, this year, I don't know if it's because of the Rona and quarantine and all the things that comes with that, but I literally stopped doing the thing that I love. So this week, I was like, let's get back into it, right? So I was introduced to this author a few weeks ago. Their name is Rivers Solomon. So a few weeks ago, for those who don't know, I love Afrofuturism, right? So in my daytime job, I read legislation, and I've been reading all these one pages and concept pages and stuff like that. So I read a lot doing that. But like in my free time, and when I do recreational reading, I prefer to read Afrofuturism. One of my favorite authors in the whole wide world is Octavia Butler. If you have not read an Octavia Butler book, get into it, okay? And then I started reading like Daniel Black and then N.K. Jemisin. And I just love Afrofuturism. And after reading most of N.K. Jemisin and all of Daniel Black books and all of Octavia Butler books, I'm like, I need more Afrofuturism. I need more Afrofuturism. Where can I find it? And my friend Jamesia, and she has her a podcast called Damn Jam. Y'all check her out. It's on all platforms. Really, really dope. And she sent me a picture. Was like, yeah, I was thinking about you and Afrofuturism. And I have this thing for water. I guess because I'm a Miamian or whatever. Um, and she was like, this book called Deep by River Solomon. So I got the book and I actually read the book and I took no time to get through the book. Boom. Amazingly written. And I'm like, who in the fuck is Rivers Solomon? So I went and looked them up, and they're this amazing, amazing, gender non-conforming, queer, black, oh, amazing artists that write Afrofuturism, right? So, a good friend and colleague of mine actually mailed me a book the other day. I didn't even know this book was coming. I'm like, what is coming to my house from Barnes and Nobles? And it was actually River Solomon's second book, The Unkindness of a Ghost. And yesterday I started reading, and then I was up to 1:30 in the morning reading the book. I probably will finish this book this week. It's so, so good, y'all. And I am so excited to be like getting my love back for the reading and getting back to my mental wellness. I think I escape the world when I read books. I believe that Afrofuturism not only talks about our past, but gives us a space to be innovative and imaginative in the world that we can be, in our freedom, in our change, and in our liberation, and also show us our rigor and our fight and our toughness as a people. So if you do like to read, get into some Afrofuturism. Introduce your children to Afrofuturism. One of the first books I'll tell you to read, well, outside of all Octavia Butler books, you want to read her entire catalog from beginning to end. I suggest that you read them in order because Octavia Butler does this amazing thing by using authors from different books and other books, and most of her books are like trilogies and things like that. But right outside of that, N.K. Jemisin has a book called How Long Before Black Futures Month. And that name stuck out to me so much. And I'm such a nerd, so I was trying to read all N.K. Jemisin's books in order. But I had to skip to this book because I'm just like, yo, how damn long before Black Futures Month? And when I was reading the forward, she was just saying like, she wanted to write something where Black people just had a moment in a space and a time where we actually took the time to dream about our future, right? We're so busy fighting oppression, trying to learn the lessons from our past. Shout out to the ancestors and those who came before us. But what we need to do is start dreaming of a world that we want to leave for our children and our grandchildren. And I was so grateful for that. And that name of that book just stuck out to me. And then the read of it was amazing. It was amazing, y'all. So I've been reading again. I've been walking and working out. I had a little setback. I was set to go to the gym and see a trainer on Saturday morning. One, my AC blew out in my house, y'all, and I had to call an AC guy because I live in Miami, and it may be cold around the rest of the country, but it's hot as fuck here, so I had to get that taken care of. But on top of all of that, I just had some anxiety going to see a trainer, and I just decided not to go. I decided not to go. I texted him, sorry. This trainer, I used him before, and he's amazing. That's why I'm going back to him. But I just had some anxiety, and I was like, I'm not going to force myself to go to the gym quite yet. But it doesn't mean I can't work out, right? So I got my ass up, and I went and worked out. Went walking both Saturday and Sunday, and set some new goals for myself in that. I have been really focusing on growing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I believe that will reflect physically. Yeah. And I am so excited about this person that I'm evolving into. And I hope you all continue to grow with me. And I want you all to know a few things before I get off this damn video. One, you do not need food to live. Okay? Well, no, let me take that back. You shouldn't be living to eat. You should be eating to live. That's the quote. 2, be gentle with yourself. Life is hard, especially us Black people, people of color, oppressed folks, poor folks. Okay? Life is hard, so be gentle with yourself. Also, go seek help that you need. Go seek help. And then, on top of all of that, pace yourself. Do what feels good to yourself. I know I get suggestions about my health journey, but if you need to cut it down to 2 meals and not just the 1 meal, or if you need to fast for a few hours, right? Or if you need to cut meat 1 day of the week, or you need to walk your block and not walk the beach, whatever's clever. If you need to get on your living room floor and do some crunches, whatever that is for you, you do it to make yourself healthy. If it's reading, if it's listening to podcasts, if it's talking and having conversations with your friends, if it's finding space and having picnics with your love, do those things, okay? Do what feels good to you so that you can be healthy for yourself. All right, y'all. Catch y'all next week.
What is it you care for? Is there even a care at all? Praying for sense and direction, praying for love and protection. Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy.